Well, where am I today? Well, guess what? We're finally using our trailer. So welcome back, everybody. We're back on the RV thing here. Thought I'd do a kind of an update on what's going on with our trailer, what's going on with our camping. And if you hear noises behind me, that's because there's a well going on up the street. Today, I wanted to kind of quickly go over when you first unpack your trailer for the summer. Some things you should check on and some things you need to be aware of. The first thing we needed to do, well, you needed to visit our trailer. So our trailer, we keep it at a horse ranch. The trailer that we have is about a 25-foot trailer, and we cover it. We put a cover over it during the winter. If you see this big streak, well, guess what? We have sun. But at any rate, the trailer, can you see it? Well, it's over there. There? Yeah, it's over there. There it is. Our trailer. So our trailer, we keep a cover on it. Boy, you can really see that streak, can't you? I'll try moving you so that you can see me better and you see the trailer less. We put a cover on our trailer for the winter. And every winter here in California is hit and miss, whether it's a light winter or a strong winter. This last winter was pretty strong. Our trailer is going on 4 years old now, almost 5. I think we've had our cover now 4 winters. So with 4 winters on it, this cover, everybody said they kind of deteriorate over time, and ours has. So we took the trailer cover off, and for the most part, it looks pretty decent, except it's starting to show its age. The different colored materials, this is the roof, and the vinyl part is the siding. And you can see that the wind and the rain and the weather, well, it's starting to take its toll. Don't think I'll be using it again for the coming season. This fabric material, it's just showing its age. It's getting, things are biting on it, things are hitting it all winter. You can see the little impacts and nicks and scrapes on the fabric part. The vinyl part held up pretty well with the exception of that one area, but a majority of it, it's just showing its age. But for the cost of this thing, which is about $250 or so, it held up for a good 4 seasons, and that's pretty good, but probably I think it's going to see its existence no longer. So another area you should probably start looking into, especially with the age of the trailer, are the seams. Look for any separation in, like here. There you got a little bit of separation there. So I may have to look at some of these seals, may reseal some of this stuff. But if you're owning a trailer, you should be looking at seals any rate. And if you are prone to these, they're kind of like a vinyl material. Well, that vinyl will allow water in behind that, and that's what you don't want. So we suggest that you change it to these rubber gaskets. These will last longer. They take sun damage better, and they are working really well. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it in the description. But you can see how bugs and stuff, they just get on your trailer. So you got to start cleaning that off. Now on our trailer, we replaced our double 12-volt batteries with one big 200 amp battery, lithium battery. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link that here. But remember, you should be checking all the connections and making sure that nothing's come loose, if nothing's corroded. And another thing that we have with our trailer is this was kind of a bad design in the first place, because you could see there's like a little there's a weep hole down here. Yeah, if the weep hole's on the top, it's gonna get leaked in. So I normally, what I do is I open this box up and I look to see, is any of this stuff in here corroded, which it normally is, and I will connect it, brush it off, and reconnect it. But electrical connections on your trailer are always a good thing to keep an eye on, especially when you keep your trailer out in the weather of any kind, because eventually it just breaks down. On your jacks, you're going to have, most people have these electrical pieces here. These, if they've seen the weather, and I keep mine covered during the winter, but this stuff, these gaskets, will eventually start to break down. So you should look at these gaskets when you first start to look at some electrical connections. Well, you see in there, it looks pretty dry. So I'm probably going to spray some degreaser in there, but they don't look like they are damaged, or they're not kind of broken down, with the metal, because it is electrical. They will break down over time. Another area too is open up these vents on the side of your trailer, because bugs will get in here. Even though there's screens to protect it, bugs do get in here. That means nests. And when you're talking about propane and fire and little things that can catch on fire, you want to make sure that all of this stuff is pretty much clear of any kind of debris or anything that could possibly catch fire. And that's a good plug. While you are checking the outside of your trailer, literally go outside in. So you want to check seals along windows. Do they look good? Do they look damaged? Do they look compromised? If so, seal those puppies up. This is where our slide contacts the side. Things will crawl in here and build nests. And I think you can probably see maybe a nest or two or cobwebs or something. That means that they've got in there. So when you open this up, you want to check those seals on your slide, but also around your windows. Windows get compromised probably the most, and your slide will get compromised the most. Now on our trailer, we have this little vent. This vents the stove. What most people don't know is, like, when you go camping and you start your camping trip, when you get to your campsite, clip this out, because this is just a little flap. If you don't, your fan's not exhausting any kind of anything. And then when you're done camping, it's just a matter of clicking it back in. Now we have a regular propane electric refrigerator. So when you have that, you will have a lower vent and an upper vent. You want to check inside, so it's just a matter of undoing those screws, checking the vents. Wasps, all kinds of stuff will get up there. You can see, if I can put my finger in there, I guarantee you there's a bug that's going to get in there in some way, shape, or form. So take these down, take a look at them, clean them out. And as you can see, we still need to do some cleaning and some washing. Our tires have been doing really well. We cover them during the winter, but when you take the covers off, yeah, you get all kinds of gunk all over them. Check that out, pull it back. You need to make sure that your tire pressure sensors are working, and we will test that as well. We will test that all those sensors are up and running. If they need new batteries, this is the time to do it. You want to look at your tires for cracks, any kind of separations with the treads, and all of our tires look really good. They've been holding up really well, and we've got a couple thousand miles on these trailer tires. Say that pretty quickly. But they're doing really well. We haven't had any problems, and these are those Trailer Kings. These are the trailer tires that we've had on these since we've bought this trailer. You can tell that there has been very little wear on our tires. Almost like we don't even use our trailer that much. It's just that they're dirty. And this is our electrical inlet. So when you go to a campground, you plug it in. Check to see that looks pretty good. You can see they're all shiny, they're all new looking. But however, my screws aren't. They're looking rusty. That means water moisture has gotten in and attacked these screws. So I most likely will replace these screws at one point, but I'll replace them with a stainless steel screw. For the most part, this is also another place where water can get in, especially if this is not sealed correctly, or there's normally a little butyl tape behind there. But ours is holding up pretty well. Now for us, we have RV locks. These are electronic. These batteries wear out during the winter. They keep power to your lock all the time. So you should double check your locks. One thing that we do for safety, on our keys to our trailer, we actually have these big red tags, and you can have them say anything you want. So guess what ours says? And you can even put your phone number on the back. Hold on, there it is. You can put your phone number on the back. And so if you drop this, not only are you going to see this gigantic big red tag that's fabric, so it's not going to, you can crumple it up, you can do pretty much anything to it, and it's going to still maintain its shape. The only thing it does is it gets dirty. But you can have these custom made with your trailer name or whatever, but ours has our little logo and our phone number on the back. And our phone number, so that somebody finds it, guess what? They call that number, and here I am. So any place that has even a leading edge, I've kind of put some type of reflective sticker, because you never know what angle people are going to, be looking for your trailer, or you're going to want to see our trailer. And it's the same kind of tape, reflective stuff that they use in registration tags. So it's if you can use a blue reflective stuff in a registration tag, you can sure use blue tape on your trailer. One spot that gets overlooked a lot is your spare. Your spare is what's going to save you if you get a flat. Now, if you've got a couple of spares, well, you could handle a couple of tires, but this normally gives you one tire change. With these, well, they call them China bombs, whatever you want to call them. But at any rate, these tires do have a tendency over time to literally explode. Now, we haven't obviously had that, but people going from extreme temperatures up and down, these things will start to develop problems over time. So double check your spare tires, not only for air, but for tire separation in the treads. Now we are going to go and look for really quick things on the inside of our trailer.
So Todd just came in the middle of me cleaning, working, and doing everything to get the trailer ready and said, you need to stop and tell everybody what it is we do. So I'll do that. I'm a mess right now. I'm very hot. Right. So first thing I check when I get in here is anything that catches my eye. But I'm going to start cleaning everything. And what drives me crazy is all the dust and the gook that I've already cleaned off here. I've already done this. Screens are still dirty, but pretty much wipe everything down. Clean the whole thing because I like it clean before we go. And then the next thing that's like super critical to me are our supplies. So I just filled this. Todd just missed all of it. So basically I go in and double check that we've got absolutely everything we need. And I had already purchased everything last year and I just filled it in right now. So that one's taken care of. I take a look at what do we have in here? How old and crappy and awful are these spices? Are they disgusting? Did creatures get into them? Who knows? Do we have coffee? Not near enough. You know, stuff like that. Bathroom. So of course I come in and start cleaning it. And I've already wiped down all this, but as you can see, in the shower, I haven't cleaned that yet. We got all kinds of bugs and yuckiness. So I want to clean that, but I look over here because this is like so critical, right? This right here. We only have 2 rolls of toilet paper left. That's horrible. We need more than that. And you know, this is a girl's necessity, of course, because we like to stay demure. And so we need more of those. That's on the list. This is part of the list. This is just the one I did today. We actually have a running list that we keep the same every single year, but this is my quick, oops, we've got to look at this things. It's the bed. So I don't know about any of you, but for me, I'm terrified of spiders. I absolutely hate them. I can't stand ants. So when we come back after the winter, you just missed this. I tore this entire thing apart. I'd cleaned it and put it back last year, but I tear it apart again. And then I lift up the edges of the mattress and make sure there are no spiders down there because it creeps me out. And then I wipe down everything like I normally would everywhere else and then put the whole thing back together. And there it is.
Some other things to be aware of. Look under your windows. Now, a lot of people kind of just don't do this kind of stuff. But look, it's not the window per se, and it's not like you'll see big streaks. But what you will see is the wallpaper will start to be kind of, you know, coming undone. Now, the majority of the time, it's just because it's, you know, wasn't fitted correctly right around the base. And it will kind of wrinkle. But if you can push it back in and it sticks, you know that it wasn't compromised with water. But water and moisture are notorious for getting in behind windows, and then they impact your walls, and the next thing you know, you've got a weak part. If you suspect it, just poke around and push on it. If you all of a sudden hear cracking and anything like that and it doesn't sound solid, you probably got delamination or you've got some water damage. And check anything that, you know, ceiling wise, all your ceiling lights, you know, look for any discolorations, any kind of things lifting, pulling away, any kind of noticeable drips, especially if it's been dirty, it will take the dirt with it and kind of drip right off the lowest point. So just be aware of that. And these are things that you just do over common maintenance. Very common for your AC because there's moisture up there. It gathers moisture. So you want to make sure that you are checking all of that out and that you're not getting any leaks. On our trailer, when our slide is in, that's what it looks like. But the opportunity to look at your cables or whatever your mechanism that moves your slide in and out, take a look at all those little pieces and parts. Anything pull away over the summer or during the winter that you just never noticed. This is the time to notice that kind of stuff before you get out there with your trailer and you go, uh-oh, look what happened. And we should have noticed that. in a place where you can get it fixed easily. And it's normally when they're at home or around, society. Because when you're camping, you're not, you're out in the woods, middle of the woods. No, with us, we have, we don't have a max air fan. We probably will get one day, but, this little 12-volt one does pretty well. We're not, going to these extreme climates like a lot of people are. But one thing we did notice and we didn't see is if you look behind there, that seal has kind of pulled back. So I'm going to have to get up there and replace that little seal. It's just, just housekeeping. You just got to make sure that things are working right. And, you can see that it's kind of discolored too. That indicates that maybe there's gotten some moisture in there. So we'll take a look at that. Well, I'm having some ice water because, man, it's warm out today. But pretty easy, very quick little video on what's going on. If you see these things falling down, it's because there's some strings behind the camera and the wind's kind of blowing them out there. At any rate, so we'll see you next time, and I'm just going to cool off. But pretty quick video. We may have just thought to re-energize you for camping. These are just really quick things to check on your trailer, and I'm just going to get back to cooling down because it's warm out. Happy camping, everybody. See you out there on the road. Bye. Oh, that's good.